This is a Cabal for One on normal, which we need to run to unlock hard and elite. And I'm just going to use just the DPS buffs in here and nothing else. So these
ruins have long
quest
been inhabited
is
by this
interesting from the standpoint that you get a couple of different endings. You can kind of, it's sort of like a pick your own ending approach. And basically it's from talking to this guy.
The grinning hobgoblin says, and I want something in return. Do we make a deal?
So the traps here are pretty deadly, and so you have the choice. He says, okay, if he'll disable the traps for us and help us if we agree to, do what he says. So I'm going to go ahead and agree.
We've got a deal.
And then we fight him in the end fight. If we didn't agree, we would fight him there, and we'd have to disable the traps. Which I think is fine. I think we can get the traps. But I just figured I'll do that for now. And then on hard, we'll do the other option. So I'd rather test out my trapping anyways on hard than normal. And so that option that we chose makes the end fight a little bit harder, but it makes the questing a little easier because we don't have to worry about the traps. And the traps in here are pretty deadly. But I think our trapping skills are good enough. It shouldn't be an issue. All right, so here you have a decision point. So you either go to the left, there's a door, or you go straight, but the gate is locked. And so left is an optional. This is the way forward. So what I do is I just kind of go around to the side and jump over. There's no real reason to do the optional. It's just a junk chest. I've seen a lot of people die in that room. It's a trapped area, and it's a pretty tough trap. All right, then we'll just proceed our way down here to the main objective. And these lore masters are pretty tough, so I'd like to take them down as soon as I can. I'm dancing, wonderful. And probably on Reaper mode, we'll do more draw them back type tactics than I'm doing right here. It'll be elite because we'll be above probably 20 by the time we get there. Alright, so I'm going to get this guy with an arrow because I think I can get up there, but alright, and so I don't want to pass this area up. This is a mandatory room. We need to get this boss. So there's 4 conspirators that we agreed to eliminate, and that's the first one. And if we just kind of proceed forward, make this first left, and that's the next one. And so here's where the trap would be, but he's disabled all the traps for us. And then in this room there's another conspirator. There he is. So now we've eliminated 2 of the 4. And we'll just kind of proceed forward. And then off to your left, there is another door. Alright, so I guess we can either just ignore these scouts. You could actually, if they're really bothering you, actually climb up there too. There's another nasty trap. And these should be inactive. Yeah, these are inactive now because we agreed to his terms. Alright, there's two ladders. They both lead to the same place, just different sides of the same place. So it doesn't matter which one you take up once you clear this area. And then on each side, there's a door. Each of these rooms is going to be another conspirator. And you can tell the conspirators because they're orange named. This conspirator is up on top. So in the back, there's a ladder to get up there. So that's 3 down, and now we go to the last room, which is going to have yet another, and you can see all the traps that are here. But they disabled for us. And this guy's appears behind this
The last
area.
conspirator falls. It is time to find the giant's relic that brought you here.
Lore Master. And he had kind of either blur or displacement. It looked like displacement, and but we have true seeing, so we don't have a mischance from that, since we have true seeing. If we didn't have true seeing, then we'd only, it'd be like ghosts, where we'd only be hitting a certain percentage, usually 50% of the time. Alright, so I'm going to grab these. And then just clear your way to the end, towards the throne room. And when you get here and you approach it, these guys are just going to open up. These are just regular run-of-the-mill enemies that we want to attack.
Bendix has ordered your death.
And then we just keep proceeding. Now, on higher difficulties, a lot of times I like to draw them back here, and sometimes, like if you have a range in the party, you want to get them up here. It's kind of a relatively safe spot to shoot from. But I'm just going to go and charge, and so we get King Bendix, and now Gardak, who we made a deal with, betrays us.
No reason to let you in.
Let's get these Lore Masters first. And wolves to knock us down, CC us. And so here now we're fighting both of these at the same time. That can be a little bit tough on higher difficulties to fight them both at the same time. So we're going to test out our trapping skills on hard. I suspect they're going to be just fine. And then on elite, I'm going to fight them in the beginning and not fight them at the end. So we only have to fight them one at a time. All right. And so this quest, don't recall after you loot the chest. It's easy to miss this, but you have to go to this giantish relic and click on it to complete the quest. And if you did the other, if you did not make a deal with him, there'll be a chest here you can loot. But since we made a deal with him, we don't get to loot that chest.
It bears Gardak's markings.
So I'm going to pause while I go to the end reward. All right, so we're going to talk to Jorgendil and get our end reward. And nothing too interesting. I'm just going to grab an item to break down fluorescences, and then go back and talk to Sidoni, who's right around the corner here. And so now we've flagged for Giant Hole Tour. So Craig, who is over, he wanders, so we have to look for him. You can see him straight ahead there. He kind of walks away from us, but we can talk to him. And now we get the Giant Hole Tour quest bestowed to us. Giant Hole Tour is up at the very top. So this door here is for the raid. It's actually both the heroic and epic versions are really, really cool. This is the quest giver for the epic version of this quest. But we now have this quest. Craig is our quest giver. So that is a Cabal for One on normal.